Fresh 102.7.
So today is the day Wild World is released. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Sounding so good.
How big, this is a big day, you know, of all the time that you put making this new album. Does it feel like you're birthing a baby?
A little bit, but I think it's slightly less painful. I've got no personal experience of that process, but I imagine it's a little bit more painful than this. But yeah, we're just so excited to have the album out. It's been like a labour of love for 3 years, you know, and we've been working on it in any little minute of free time that we've had, and yeah, I guess that's what happened.
I went so fast. Doesn't feel like it's been 3 years.
Yeah, I
since
guess.
Pompeii.
Yeah,
You know.
Well, I think Pompeii lasted a while.
It did.
So.
It did, but it's good.
Which was crazy. But I think, you know, it took 3 years. You know, it's almost 3 years to the week when Bad Blood came out in the US. But I think we just feel really lucky that the success that album had sort of allowed us the time to take our time with this record. You know, because we only really stopped touring in December of last year. So it's
Is that a blessing and a curse that, you know, Pompeii was around for so long and the album did so well and the song?
I don't think we'd ever see it as a curse. You know,
Never.
Like, it allowed us. It's allowed us to travel around the world and go to places we never imagined we'd go and do these insane, crazy, awesome things. And yeah, we're so grateful that it exists. And you know, it's a song that, you know, I wrote in my bedroom on my laptop, and you know, we made together with just our friends. You know, in a tiny little room in South London. So it's crazy that the places that it's taken us, and we're really like humbled by it, I think.
Well, we were just talking about the album cover backstage. I wish we had a picture of it here, but you guys have seen it, Wild World, in the two guys sitting out on the edge of a building, and it looks like New York City.
It is New York City, yeah.
I thought so.
Yes. So it's amazing to be here. I mean, anyway, just to be in New York is crazy for us, but to be here. Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Now, this isn't you guys, though, is it? Like, who are those guys?
No, it's not us.
You see that? It's crazy.
You guys would never... Well, it looks like you did climb a building and fall or something. I mean...
I can now. I'm half bionic, so...
Kyle, you got to tell everybody how that happened.
Yeah, what did happen?
Yeah, Kyle, what happened?
Come on. That's the stink guy right there. I'm sorry.
It's like,
This
really?
guy.
You had to call me
Because
out?
everyone was thinking it. They're like, I wonder what happened.
We were at a festival before we came here, and had an arm wrestle with a good friend of mine who
cheated, basically.
cheated. She decided to use two hands and then just hang off my arm off the table, and yeah, she's part of our management team. And yeah, it kind of went pop.
It's cool because now you're half a robot. So.
Now, but now I'm half robot. I'm basically going to slowly build myself back up in metal, and then I'm going to go back and fight her.
It's all part of the training.
So mad at me right now.
I know.
Sorry, brother.
Like, really?
I'm good.
So you've gotten to do a lot of things because of the last album and the song, of course. What's like the most fun you've had? Do you have any crazy road stories?
I think all of the favourite things we've been able to do often are kind of outside of music, and it's really geeky. But like, you know, we got to visit NASA a few times and go on some private tours.
Like NASA?
Yeah, went to
Wow.
Houston and Cape Canaveral.
They really liked your album.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, which is you know, really unexpected. And you know, in Switzerland we went to CERN earlier in the summer. I don't know, it's just stuff like that, I guess, outside of the world of music and entertainment that's kind of totally mind-blowing and really cool. And just the fact that, again, these songs we made on a little computer have allowed us to go and do and see these things is very cool. I mean, there's a lot of much more interesting stories that probably aren't worth or suitable for repeating, but...
Oh, they're always worth repeating. What do you guys do in your downtime? Are you athletic? Do you like to do water sports?
Kyle likes to arm wrestle.
I'm super athletic. Javelin, discus,
Shot put.
Yeah.
Now with your new fit bionic arm, maybe.
You can do anything.
I know a couple of you guys are soccer fans. Are you all soccer? I mean, sorry, football?
Football, yeah.
Yeah, Woody into football?
Yes.
Didn't you? I was reading some interview where you were shooting a video, maybe it was, or a photo shoot, and they let you leave to go watch a game.
Oh, that was that was during the Euros, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Where England. Yeah, we did a photo shoot. Yeah,
we had we were shooting for a magazine called NME, and it was like our cover shoot, and yeah, these guys were like, "There's an England game on. Can we get out of here?" So yeah,
England beat Wales 2-1 last minute. Daniel Sturridge winner. You beauty.
Did I leave as well?
Yeah, you left.
I was very much then pretending to like football so I could leave because I do not like football.
Well, it's all coming out now.
That's a genius move on my part.
Yeah, it is. Well done. in Woody's like football slipstream, you ducked out.
You know what else I learned in the same article? Well, it was a few months ago. Do you have roommates?
Yes.
Isn't that weird? Am I the only one who thinks that like the singer of Bastille has got roommates?
You didn't want to branch out on your own, huh?
I don't know.
I find it weird that everyone finds it weird.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you're not roommates with each other, right?
No.
God, no.
You do
We
that
spend enough time
on
on a bus with each other to like when we get home, it's like, see you later.
I mean, like you can't afford the rent, or
I'm struggling.
you what?
He's saving his money.
Okay.
Well, that brings up a good question because Bonnie, where are you? Yay, Bonnie in the front row.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hi.
How are you? Good, thanks. You got good seats. If you want to be close, I don't know. Maybe
She was there for you
maybe
this
they're
morning.
the worst.
She was there for you this morning.
Oh, thanks.
You have a good question. If you guys were stuck in an elevator together with one of your bandmates, who would it be? We can go down the line. Dan, you can start.
I think I'd probably get the most nutritional value out of eating Woody. so
Well, God, I hope you're not in it that
how long
long.
were we stuck for? Sorry.
we were talking about that cable car that got caught. Like, how long were they stuck in that?
I'm not sure, but that looked.
Like, overnight for sure. So, okay, Woody, that's your answer.
Cheers.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe Kyle. I think Kyle's probably the calmest in that sort of situation.
And you couldn't fight because he's down one arm.
Also, Carl's a climber. He's really good at
Yeah.
climbing, so he'd probably be able to climb out and save.
Or at
everyone.
least go
Was.
get supplies. And
I was.
Oh my
No,
God,
you're
was
better
fine.
now.
Death stare.
Now you can pull up you and Will with your bionic arm.
See?
I look forwards to it.
Woody, you're up.
I'd have all of them make these three battle royale, and then when they're all dead, then I can live off the three carcasses for much longer. Seeing as Dan took it there,
That feels like a cop out to me. Wood.
I'm sticking with it.
Okay.
Good answer. And
Well,
Kyle?
I mean, well, it's not really Woody now because I'm terrified of being anywhere with Woody now. I know.
Fancy a new leg?
Yeah. My God, I can't wait. The end of this trip, I'm gonna be. And I don't know. Like, I guess Will's not the biggest fan of lifts, like the little
Yeah.
tin rickety lifts.
I got stuck in the lift quite recently.
Did you really? Here in America or home?
No, it was in England. It's terrifying.
Was
Also, I
it
was with
a
a
big
very
building?
hysterical woman and a baby. And the woman kept just banging all the buttons a lot, and then the baby was screaming. And then suddenly I was really panicking.
Oh my gosh, how long that lasts?
It was only about 3 minutes.
Oh.
Then it started going. It
And
really
so
wasn't
did that
that
work with her doing all that?
No one knows. It started going again.
Thank you.
And it
God.
just stopped at a floor. Is that what?
Kind of, but then the doors wouldn't open and it wouldn't do anything. Which is when she started smashing everything.
Oh, all right. Let's keep it on the goofy questions because that was fun.
Yeah.
Where's Annie from Philly? Oh, right there.
Annie.
Hello.
You came in
How are
for
you?
this morning show, right? Yeah.
Good.
She wants to know what color your toothbrushes are, and have you ever accidentally, or not so accidentally, used someone else's?
Oh, so I have when I was at university, I lived with 3 friends, much like now, and one of my roommates, the guy who was like a bit weird, we were all friends with him, but he was a bit weird. Like a couple of years ago, he just said, "By the way, I used your toothbrush for 2 years."
Ew, who does that?
Who?
Well,
Arsehole.
It's hard. Total. Who does
hopefully
that?
not.
Very
For 2
good.
years, and he knew it the whole time? For 2 years?
That's like rude. Was he mad at you or
That's
something?
gross. That's really gross. Also, I must have changed my toothbrush loads over the course of 2 years, so he must have been like really attentive.
Did he have his own toothbrush?
I'm guessing not. I hope not. I hope that he didn't. I hope that.
Well, he does. It's still boxed up, brand new, and then unused.
Suffice to say, I bought him one straight away. As soon as he told me that, I was like, please not again. And there's no way that you can wash 2 years of something else out of your mouth. I
No,
was like,
it's done.
You guys are
done.
close now. You're
There's no
tight.
taking that back.
Yeah, it was quite
That
weird.
is
But the
rotten.
colour, back to the question. I don't know what colour my toothbrush is. What's yours?
Well, mine's blue, and then it wasn't because I have a blue one and my girlfriend has a pink one because of sexism. And then,
This is putting
then
it out
she
there.
went on holiday with her friend, and suddenly there was only a pink one left. So I was like, "You took my toothbrush." And she's like, "Oh no, mine's the blue one." And it turned out we'd been using just one toothbrush between us. But it's like that's
But it's
disgusting
okay
if
with
it's your
her.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think that's fine.
I'm just really confused. How do you live with someone and not once manage to like brush your teeth at the same time ever?
because I don't often. We had a small bathroom, and
Oh, what, so you
it's-
just wait
it's
for
a
the other
private
person to
event.
finish?
A toothbrush isn't a communal event, Kyle. Only weirdos like you hang out in the living room brushing your teeth.
Yeah, but that's lonely in the bathroom.
Yeah, but it's a time to contemplate and philosophize.
Yeah, all
Are
right.
you not philosophizing when you're brushing?
No, I'm thinking
Oh,
about how
okay.
clean my teeth are going to be. Can't wait for that moment.
Mine's green. As far as I know, unshared. Just so they use
basically,
only.
Woody's football team is green, so everything he owns is green.
That's right.
That's all they're good for.
Mine's white, but I don't know. That's just there's no reason for that.
It's just
It's
what you
electric.
grabbed.
It's electric though. I'm not a scrimp when it comes to tooth
I'm the same, mate,
health.
yeah.
You know.
Gotta buff it up, mate.
Yeah, mate.
What would you guys define?
Should we go around everyone in the room? And
That could take a while.
we can all share our toothbrush. Sorry, I interrupted.
We
you.
shared toothpaste today, but not the toothbrush, right? This is from Martin, Springfield, New Jersey. There's Martin.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing? Yeah, fine, thanks.
Martin wants to know what was the defining point in your career?
Wow. I don't know.
When did you know you were famous?
We
Or
don't
when
really.
did you
really
realize this
feel-
is going to work?
I think there was it was quite a while ago, but we when we started out, we used to we did everything ourselves. Like we'd make our videos and our logos, and we made all the music, obviously. And we used to drive ourselves around, like touring, and it we were always really lucky in the UK, obviously where we started, putting in the graft and starting in tiny venues. But we always had a fan base, and people was kind of drawn to our music. But it took like, I guess, the music industry and the media quite a long time to sort of really like acknowledge that we existed. But we were lucky enough to have fans the whole time. And then we played a festival called Reading Festival, which is like a really big deal for us in the UK. And on this little tent, and we hadn't really had any music on the radio, and went out to play our show, and the tent was like full and a half outside, and we started like the first chord of this song called Overjoyed, that was one of our singles, and the whole tent just screamed back the opening line to us, and we actually like stopped the song because we were like,
What is that?
whoa, yeah.
Are those fans?
That was amazing, and I think that was the first time when you sort of start to realize that stuff that we made just for ourselves and that we made in this tiny little space is suddenly being
People love it.
yeah, it's nuts.
Also, like, we literally ran straight off stage and then had to go and do our first ever live TV performance as well. I think about 10 minutes later, so it was like, that was crazy. Then this is even more terrifying and crazy. Then, yeah, that day was pretty bad.
Yeah, but I think in the US, I remember coming over here and being in LA, and I think we had a day off, so we hired a car and went for a bit of a drive. And it was when Pompeii was on the radio, and it was just, I remember, because it's quite embarrassing hearing your music, like changing the station, and it would be on the next one, and then the next
You
one.
tried to make the song go away?
Yeah, of course.
You have to
Really?
be the only
I assumed
band
everyone in the
member
world
I've
wanted
ever
that song
talked
to
that
go
did
away.
that. You're so modest.
Well, that leads us to Brittany. Brittany from Springfield. Where are you? There you are.
Hello.
She wants to know, what were your reactions when you first heard your song? Maybe not for the 1,000th time, but the first time you heard the song on the radio.
Were you guys together?
We were in a tour bus, like a tiny little van, doing a tour of the UK, and one of our songs, Floors, was on the radio, and it came on, and we were all I think we spent such a long time debating how to react that by the time we really decided what to do, the song was over. It's such a typically us way to do something. We're like, should we turn it off? Do we sing along? This is really weird. What's going on? And then
That
it's
must be a British thing.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I've never
So
heard.
modest.
I've never heard an artist think about turning it off. They're always just
What
like,
do
oh
people
my
normally
god.
do? And they normally
They'd be
like.
cranking it.
dance.
You're like, do you hear this? This is me.
Obviously,
That's
it's
what they would
exciting, but we hide that under lots of self-hatred.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, now it makes sense.
Right. Glad we cleared that up.
Can you guys pretty much walk anywhere and not get recognized, or do you get recognized, and where do you get recognized the most?
Sorry, I'm very much hogging the answers here.
Yeah, anybody.
We're quite lucky, I think, particularly in the UK. Our music's done really well, which is mental, but we have sort of been able to kind of remain pretty anonymous because we don't really do that much stuff where we sort of really put ourselves out there. So yeah, Kyle and me, we both live in London, and I get the bus everywhere on the tube, and it's
Wow.
completely fine.
Really?
Which is-
Do you
yeah,
travel
yeah.
alone? All you guys?
Not if I can help
We
it.
have no friends, so yeah, always alone.
Well,
I'm just sitting there crying on the tube.
you're so sensitive. Well, I think if you guys were together, you'd get noticed even more.
Maybe. I mean, we get noticed at our gigs, I guess,
Yeah.
when we're on stage.
I'll get recognised at football sometimes, but then it was awkward last time. He's like, oh, mate, can I get a picture? It's like, okay, yeah. He's like, yeah, I don't really like your band, but yeah, nice one. Like, why do you want a picture then, you weirdo? Anyway, that was
To
fun.
burn it.
Probably.
You have questions? Should we do a random one?
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
Pick one out of the pile.
Okay.
That question was, would you sign my CD?
No.
Do you want to read it? Can you read it? Yeah, see, that's why.
Sorry,
Took
I
me a
can't
while
read.
to get it.
This is the part of my life where I admit that I can't
Wholly
read.
illiterate.
Oh, what's your greatest experience with fans? From Jonathan Sosa.
I know a good one. Where...
Go
So,
on.
is it best or creepiest? Sorry. to say?
Greatest.
Greatest.
We're being positive. We're in America, remember?
No. So we did a session for I won't name which one, a Belgian radio station before Good Grief came out, playing Good Grief, and then someone accidentally uploaded it onto YouTube rather than to a private server. It was
So it's like a week before the song was going to
Yeah.
be released anywhere in the world.
So we were like, but it was there for 18 minutes. Then they realised, took it down. A load of fans got hold of it, but made like an online pact together to like not release it and sit on it until the actual release
Which
date.
is so cool.
They protected you.
Yeah, which was really nice. And then when it came out, they were like, "We've had this for a week, but we wanted you guys to enjoy it coming out on
Wow.
your own terms," which we thought was like
So, thank you,
really
guys.
cool.
Yeah, that never
was
happens.
amazing.
All right, we have time for one more question from
It's the
Jack
s-
from Queens.
Yeah, the
Make it weird.
StubHub question of the day.
As a fan, what was your most memorable concert and where was it?
Oh, good question. So many to
Probably-
choose from.
For me, it was Queens of the Stone Age in Bristol, just because it's like a really small venue called the Academy, and they had every strobe light in England in that one room. I walked in, it's like the end of the world, basically, but it was really cool, and I felt a bit sick, but in a good way.
That's awesome. Will?
Genuinely, Justin Timberlake at V Festival 2 years ago.
He's
I
so
mean,
much fun, right?
He's amazing, and I drunk the most of a bottle of whiskey. But it's one of you know every single song he's ever done, and you don't even know you know them. I thought I'd go and watch Justin Timberlake. Oh my God, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Did you know all the NSYNC songs too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He knew all the moves. It was a side of Will I've never seen before.
I love that guy.
Kyle?
Mine was it was like an old school garage, not like a garage like over here in America. It's more kind of like old UK garage stuff, grime music that was in Hammersmith Palais, back in Hammersmith in London. It's closed down now for sort of stabby sort of related violence, and so it's closed down. But it was really good and
Banter, right?
yeah, it's just a little bit of fun. I went there and saw like DJ Luck and MC Neat, who are again all this like old music that I grew up with, and that was fun. But no more. But it's coming back. That scene, it's coming back. So you should all
It's in
look
the
it
UK,
up.
it's
It's very
massive.
interesting.
I really struggle. I remember seeing like Damian Marley in Brixton, and that was incredible. It was very smoky in there. That just the bass was just so heavy. It was incredible. And Regina Spektor, I saw her in a tiny sweaty club in Leeds, and I think she's just such an amazing performer. It was just her and a piano, but like, everyone in the room is like, "I know you. You're speaking to my soul." Or maybe it was just me. But she was really good. And then me and my friend had a radio show, and we pretended that we were credible to try and get an interview with her. And it was the worst interview in the history of interviews. We basically sat there for half an hour being like, "You're amazing."
Oh, because you were such a fan, right?
yeah.
It's hard to turn that
It's
off.
like, "Are you going to ask me a question?" It is hard to turn that
No,
off.
we're just going to look at you.
Yeah.